Okay. So I'm just creating a method overloading demo class method overloading demo class. So take the main method, we can finish. So what is method overloading? I already told a class contains multiple methods with the same name, but different parameters. That's a method overloading. And also we have a two ways you can achieve method overloading. One is by increasing the number of parameters, one way. Another way, okay, if the parameters are same, parameter count is same, then at least one parameter data type should be different. Then you can achieve the method overloading. So let's see, I'm just taking one simple example. Public static int sum. I'm summing up the two integers, okay? Int a comma int b. So return a plus b. Okay, that's a one simple method. Then protected static. So int, see method name, the rule is method name must be same. So method name must be same. Int a comma int b comma int c. So you should have all this. See now what is happening? First method, 2 parameters. And second method, we have a 3 parameters. You can have a 3 parameters. So now we can say return a plus b plus c. So now what is the difference here? Here are 2 parameters, here 3 parameters. That means this is covering by increasing the number of parameters. The next one is another one. So by increasing these two are covering by increasing the number of parameters. And next one is static. So double sum. So int a comma double b. So return a plus b. Can you observe here? Here also 2 parameters. Here also 2 parameters, but method name is same. In all the cases, method name is same. But what is changing? Only parameters. So int A, int B, and int A double B. So here same parameter count, but at least one parameter data type is different. So next. Another one. So here we are changing the parameter data type. Second one, changing the parameter data type. So here, third one, I told you, you cannot achieve method overloading by changing the return type of the method. We cannot achieve method overloading by changing the return type of the method. For example, you take a same parameters. Okay. Parameters are same, but only change here to double. So then it will throw error for you. It will throw error.
In line number 13 also it's a different return type, right?
Yeah, so a different return type, but at least parameter is same. Parameter is different here. But here you just changed the return type only, but parameters you are not changing.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So here you are not changing the parameters, but this is what, when you change the return type of the method, you cannot achieve. Only parameters, if you change, you can achieve method overloading.
Okay, yeah.
So even we have seen for the constructor also, constructor overloading also, same procedure. But there you don't have a return type, but at least you only parameters, parameter count, but constructor name is same as a class name, always.
Yeah.
So that is the main concept. We need to understand that. Okay. So that's why this is not possible. So next one, we can overload the main method also. So let's overload the main method. And so overload the main method. If we want to overload the main method, what is that? So this is the one. So overloading means method name must be same, right? But only change comes here. See that? So here string array, but here single array string only. So I can change it here, str. Not written, but you can print it. It's a void method, right? You can just print it. So that's it. Even we can overload the main method with integer also. that. So this is the overloading, right? Very clearly appearing here. You don't need to read this also. If you just follow these examples, you can answer easily. So method name is a class contains multiple methods with the same name, but parameters are different. That's the method overloading. Even you can see here, method name is same, only parameters are different. That's a method overloading. We can call them. So main, if we call, so this main method will call how the bonding is happening. So this is the binding also, we call this static binding and dynamic binding. So this is see how it is, link is happening. These two will talk. And here, this will talk. I'm going to give, so the number, integer number I'm going to give here. Okay, so I'm going to give 2 or whatever it is. So that's the binding, how it happens. So when you call this 5, see this will call this body. This will call this body. So it will understand by default that this is the early binding or early binding, we call this. So early binding or static binding, we call this. This is the method call, and it is connected with this method body. That is called early binding or static binding. Binding is nothing but the connection between the method call and method body. So is called binding. So bindings are 2 types, static binding and dynamic binding. Static binding occurs when there is static methods in your class or private final methods in your class, static binding takes place automatically. So when there is a dynamic binding, which is going to be equal to method overriding. And this static binding also method overloading, but you can do with non-static methods also method overloading. Okay, so that's the method of overloading means. Any questions? Automatically, this will connect directly to this body. Same way. So how you are passing the parameters? So it's easy, right, for us also to sum. For example, I have 10 to 9.5. So this will definitely call here. This body will be called and execute for you. And so if you do like this, so this will call obviously this method body and executes it. So this is all method overloading. Very simple one. Even you don't need to struggle also on this. That's the method overloading. Any questions before moving on to the method overriding? Okay. So we'll come back and then because it finishes in a minute. Otherwise, you can ask any questions regarding